kind of fucking... Okay, well, at least we have the Shooting the Poop podcast channel to go back live on, because we get censored by the YouTube an hour and a half after whatever I supposedly did, I did. Which I did it. I done did it, dude.
Yeah.
But I can't deny I done did it. But like, like what the fuck kind of fucking...
So what restrictions do you have now? I'm
I don't
assuming
know.
obviously you can't go live again right now, so.
No, I can't go live right now. I'm the Chan, but it doesn't seem, at least as of now, that anything else has changed. And even through StreamYard, obviously that's what we use. It said YouTube is preventing me from going live to the Terribly Tactical channel. So because I showed a little tiny cunny poo on live, which is against their gay ass fucking YouTube fucking policies. And for once, though, usually when my videos get demonetized or shadow banned or guidelines stricken or whatever, they don't tell you at all what the fuck the issue is. It just happens. And this time, for this reason at least, I got an email. They cut the feed, got an email. I looked and I was like, well, how do I have zeros of viewers right now? I mean, I get it, right? I get why I potentially would have zeros of viewers. But like, I was like, that doesn't look right. And like, we were still talking. So I was like, all right, well, maybe it's not the internet. And then all of a sudden the feed got cut, dude.
Yep.
Because I showed a
Bullshit.
gunny poo. Fucking, you know what, Bo? You're fucking working with him, dude. That's what it was, dude. I'm trying to be I'm a man of the peeps, dude. I'm a man of the peeps. And because I showed a gun, I showed
goddamn press check.
Bo wanted the press check, dude, and I gave him 3 beautiful one-handed press checks, and which taught John Wick everything he knows. And they fucking took down the stream, and now I can't live stream for I don't know how long. So, because they didn't say that, or at least I didn't see him say that. But who knows, dude? Hopefully it's good by next week. But this is, if not, we'll be here. But let me share this real quick. This has happened before, though.
Yeah. A few times before. Because the last 2 live streams on this channel was shady shadow banning and censored much.
Yeah. 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 It is funny, dude. You know, we should honestly live stream over here more often. Go back to the old Wednesday nights on top.
Yeah, let's get some channel strikes on this one.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I mean, it is what it is, though, dude. Like, again, I like whatever. But fuck them, dude. Fuck them with an AIDS dick. But we are here, dude. Keep it together now. Sent a friend request on Discord. Who the fuck is even that, dude?
I don't know. But they joined our Discord either through the link or that Sam Fisher guy sent him an invite to the Discord or something.
Interesting.
I should drop in the link into the Discord too.
For what?
For this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I miss the Wednesday night streams. Yeah, dude. Me too, bro. Scales doesn't want to do it though. He's too lazy. He's too busy for us, bro. The podcast was legit, bro. And like obviously it'll never be the same if it's not in person.
Yeah.
As it would be, but like there's plenty of people that still do an online pod, dude. And we could, because the pods we tried at least to stick to a fucking topic once in a while. And there was way more geet activities, bro. And I'm down for some geet activities. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, it's fucking the gun love, dude. What did you miss, dude? I sent you the link, dude. That's what you missed, bro. You obviously didn't click it, dude. The fuck are you even doing? But yeah, that's some bullshit, dude. Let me see if I could find out what the fuck is going on with this, because that's honestly fucked up. With my fucking luck, I'm sure they're gonna fucking fuck me as hard as they can. Let's see here, YouTube Judio over here. So what do we got? Port notification, compute. Okay, your content. See, too much truth, bro. We're reviewing your appeal. Thanks for your review. Take another way. We'll send you an email. It's done. Well, it doesn't say. It doesn't say I can't go live until I try and go live, and then when I do, it doesn't. It doesn't give me. It just says live streaming isn't available right now. It doesn't say you can live stream again in 24 hours or you can live stream again in fucking whatever. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. That's absolutely cucked fucking faggot bullshit, dude. Fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah.
You going on the world's largest gay cruise, April 28th, 14 days. Do not use the hot tubs. What? Are you going on the world's longest gay cruise? What are you talking about, dude? What fucking opium fucking binge are you on? What are you even talking about, Mr. B, dude? What the fuck? The currents who run this platform got big mad with all that First Amendment. Well, that's the problem, dude. I'm surprised. I mean,
It wasn't even the first; it was the second.
Right.
They had a problem with this time.
Right. Well, they got a problem with it all, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We got Joe back in the house, dude. What's up, dude? Appreciate y'all. Same thing. Make sure you smash that like button. Just the same. Appreciate it very much so. Did I even get to share? Did it share to the fucking Chan, or is that fucking cucked too?
I don't know.
Let's see here. Okay, no, let me share the post. Okay. All right, well, at least there's that, I suppose. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, as if I'm not still going to be here doing and saying whatever the fuck I'm doing and saying, motherfucker. Yeah, you can't stop me, dude.
They're going to stop you, dude.
They're not, dude.
Stop that one. They stopped you, dude.
They put me on they gave me a fucking pee break is what they gave me.
It's really weird. Is my camera's still flipped on the fucking
See, but it's not though, dude. It's flipped for you because you're tripping and flipping, dude.
It's weird, dude. I don't like it.
Fine. It looks perfectly fine.
I don't like it. It doesn't for me.
It's probably something in your like scene selection on StreamYard or something where like you have some weird inverse mirror-esque filter or something, or like can't you like green screen it if you wanted to or something?
If it wanted
where like
to.
It's built into the without even a green screen. I don't even know how that works, but like how do they green screen you and you don't even have a green screen?
You know what's weird is that just shut off to mirror my camera.
Yeah.
Right. But
now it's upside down.
Why was it? No. So now it's the right way on StreamYard.
Okay.
But it didn't change shit as to the YouTube side.
Yeah, but on my YouTube side, it looks normal.
Yeah, it looked normal from the start. But like, it's weird.
See, I told you, dude. Just some simple sets, dude. I'm not even a compute guy, dude.
I know,
apparently, I'm the record compute guy now, dude. I'm the on-staff technologilist, dude. That's a word.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a conspiracy you have Flat Earth Dave on. They are after you. You'll get 30... What? Aren't you supposed to be behaving yourself and sober, dude, right now? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Who is Flat Earth Dave? I would like to meet him. Well, the stripper got kicked out. She said she's coming by to say goodbye tonight after lights out, dude. Ooh. What got kicked out of what, dude? The AA meeting? Getting kicked out of an AA meeting is crazy, dude. What house?
That he's in.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in like a fucking old what's-a-name. That's crazy, dude. Kicking out strippers at the old what's-a-name is crazy, dude. 40K subs, dude. I'm almost there, bro. I'm almost there. Flat Earth Dave is the biggest dude out there. He even has an app. Well, I've never heard of him once. So I don't know how big he is, dude. Apparently his name rings out all over the globe. So that's like a double entendre, dude. Most people aren't even picking up on that. Dang autocorrect, bro. It's crazy, though, dude. It's crazy how many people do actually think that space exists the way that NASA and the government tells them, dude. It is crazy that people think that, in my mind. But who am I? We don't have enough time in the day to fucking talk about that one. She lives in the woman's house. As far as I'm concerned, she can stay in my bunk as a pillow, dude. Well, that might be comfortable for you. It might perhaps be uncomfortable for her, so I don't know.
Yeah, especially having to sleep sideways. I'm sure it's not a big mattress.
Right.
Sleeping on a twin.
Right, dude.
Got like 3.5 feet of length.
Build. Met him on a spiritual trip in the woods, dude. You ain't lying, dude.
He's met a lot of people on spiritual trips in the woods.
Yeah, he has, dude. Especially the one-eyed fucking, what do they call those things? The heligators or whatever the fuck. What do they call them? The Gila monsters. I don't know what the fuck weird fucking cryptid creature shits you people have. You're a lizard person, dude. Shouldn't you know this? As soon as everyone goes to bed, I'll send her the all clear, dude. He's gonna give her a Baofeng UV5R. They're gonna fucking chirp each other. Bloop, bloop. Give her the old SIG, dude. Don't give her a SIG though, dude. Everybody is at risk. You know what I'm saying? That would not be good, dude, for anybody. But yeah, dude. She's 5'10", 100 pounds. We both barely fit. Well, there you go. You're making it happen. Just living the life, dude. 110 pounds, 100 pounds of pure meth-infused rage, dude. It doesn't get better than that, probably, Joe. That might be, you're peaking right now. Like, you better fucking enjoy it while it lasts.
He's living a life.
Yeah.
A life.
He's living one of the lives of all time, dude. Joe, you're crazy. We love you. And that's why we love you. We'd love you regardless, probably. But the fact that you're crazy makes it that much better and more relatable. But
so she just got out of prison after 8 years, not giving her a gun.
What, dude? She's a free woman now. She should have all her rights back, dude. Her Second Amendment is just as valid as yours, bro. Give that lady a gun. But no, that's probably not a bad.
She was in prison for shooting the last guy she had one night stand with.
Right, dude. Right, dude. Well, the problem is Joe keeps his gun on the nightstands, and he's only got one of them. So, but $10K bring you out there, $2,500 for guests, dude. He's charging people to meet the cryptids, dude.
I don't need any help. I mean, on my own, apparently.
Yeah, they're following your ass for some reason. You really are like. You should really look into your Navajoan fucking whatever the fuck you got going on. There's some weird, like you did some shit on an Indian burial ground you shouldn't have or something, and your ancestors are coming back to haunt you, dude. Bruh, she just got out of prison after 8 years. Mine got buzzed today. I had to leave before the 3 demons came out, dude. Get the fuck out of here. He's unleashing them. What did Alex Jones use? The interdimensional fucking, what is he? These are interdimensional fucking whatever. That dude is so cooked, bro. Everybody is cooked, bro. It's crazy, dude. I used to fucking, and listen, I used to fall for it back in the day. Way, way, way back in the day. Because like 95% of the shit he's ever said is actually true. But then right at the last second, oh, it's the globalist. It's the globalist. It's this, it's that. And now he's fucking, Trump and fucking everything else. They're all puppets, dude. He's controlled opposition. He should not be taken seriously. And honestly, if anything, he's Bill Hicks, dude. So chew on that one. Fuck, she's on the IUD, so no. Fuck Joe. I mean, that's not the only reason.
Yeah, you should probably still be using a condom, my guy.
Yeah, or maybe a fucking a 3 mil garbage contractor pack or something, dude. God dang. Raccoon intestine or whatever the fuck you got laying around, dude.
Something.
That's crazy.
Wrap that shit in saran wrap or
That's
something.
Tinfoil, honestly, save you from the aliens and the government. Because she might be a Fed, dude.
She might be.
What's your thoughts on number 1 buckshot for defensive counterattack 30 yards within? So any number 1 buck is 20 gauge, right? Or no?
No clue.
Typically it's number Number 4 buck is usually like the smallest on a 12. I think 20 gauge. It's like, I mean, obviously it's different, but yeah, dude. I mean, if you can hit them, dude, some of them 3.5-inch fucking turkey loads or goose loads, bro, are a more than viable, even out to like 50 yards fucking defense load. Now, are you going to get perhaps as deep as penetration as something else? No, but you were used to that already. So, you know, they're going to leave you alone, right? So, in both situations. But but the fucking it yeah, any type of buckshot, any type of slug, it's more important that you hit them than what you hit them with, for one, because there's such a thing as a psychological stop too. So you might not have to kill them. You might not have to mortally wound them. You might not have to fucking hit them with a caliber big enough to put their ass on the ground or whatever. But the idea that, oh shit, I thought it was sweet, but I actually just got shot, is a serious thing. Like, it's a lot of people, because none of us have been shot before, right? So we have no idea what it feels like, what we would
Some
think.
of them might have been.
Some of them definitely might have been. If anybody has been, it was A-Dubs and Joe. but yeah, and Joe, it was like it was a meth hoochie, I'm sure.
Yeah.
With a 25 caliber, fucking kept it in her garter fucking belt. But yeah, dude.
It was the pimp because he didn't pay.
Right.
Let it off.
Right, right, dude. But he walks with a cane, so he didn't get very far. And maybe that's actually why he walks with a cane. He's got a fucking 25 caliber projectile lodged in his ankle. Fucking nickel-plated Astra shot his ass. But yeah, no, that's fucking. I would say any buck is good to go, man. You just have to know your spread. You have to know that at extended distance, obviously, you're not going to have all pellets on, and you want to kind of have an idea of where those pellets are going. Because, again, you're accountable for every projectile that leaves your muzzle. So if, it's not a wide open field and the bad guy's the only one in it, maybe shooting a shotgun with buckshot at an extended range is not ideal. But situation dictates the tactics. But yeah, 30 yards and in, by all means, dude. Like, you shoot them, even with like a regular decent birdshot load. If you get like a majority, the concentration center of the spread in their face, even if they wanted to fight back, they're probably blind now. So, you got that going for you. So, yeah, no, buckshot, number 1 buck, fucking 4 buck, double out buck, triple out buck, whatever you fucking stuff in that bitch, dude. Just put it where it needs to go. 3 legs is so small he's never felt the IED, dude. Mr. B, what are you talking about, dude? Your shit probably looks like a fucking Vienna sausage, bro. I don't want to hear it, dude. Mr. B, dark magic. She has 3. Serious, they take over and fuck with. He's tripping, dude. He's tripping. He's gone off the fucking. Who knows what he's gone off of, dude? He got the. What are those things that Sean Ryan fucking always keeps giving his guests, dude? The legal mushrooms or whatever the fuck it is. He went into the vape shop and got a bag of them shits and fucking chowed down, dude, for a midday snack. And now he's on here fucking talking about this, that, and the third. And I can't even keep track, dude. Most of the time, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I can see it. But like now it's like, what are you even talking about, dude? Oh, hi, Shadowban. Yeah, no shit. It's a fucking CZ Shadowban over here is what the fuck's going on. Triple out buck, bring them to Jesus, dude. Yeah, dude. Well, a standard double out buck, 9.33 caliber pellets, dude. If you want to run like federal flight control and keep a tighter pattern out to a little bit further of a distance, by all means. I will recommend not running any copper plated shot, simply because that's going to prevent the lead from deforming. And that's like the whole, like, when you hit with a hollow point and it expands, it deforms, it widens, it slows it down, it dumps more of its energy. If you've got like steel plated or copper plated or whatever plated fucking projectiles in your buckshot, it's not going to act like buckshot is supposed to act for the most part. Now, still by no means will I stand in front of it, but yeah, I would recommend against plated buckshot. Just get regular lead balls, boys. Got balls of lead, dude, because I worked at the range too long. 932K. It's 33 actually, bro. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. Oh, we're over here. Well, we were originally on the Terribly Tactical channel, and then YouTube literally cut the stream because I showed a little tiny gunny poo live, and that's a no-no. Although I have done it multiple times, and it hasn't been an issue, although it has been an issue sometimes. But like most of the time, it's not an issue. But fuck them. And fuck all the faggots that are too afraid to fucking do it, dude. Bunch of pusses, dude. Puss in boots, dude. 936 caliber balls is triple aught. Well, double aught is 933 caliber. And then there's even 8 caliber or 8 shot fucking double aught buck. And I believe it's still the same diameter. Maybe it's a little bit larger, but like it depends who's making it. And then you get the 12 pellet, like the S&B Czechoslovakian fucking 12 pellet double aught buck, which says it's 2 3/4, but it's not. It's actually more like a 3-inch. So you actually lose, because they measure the lengths differently overseas than we do for shotgun shells. And you actually lose a shell in the magazine tube as far as capacity is concerned, but you make up for the amount of shot because now you're getting 12 in each than just 8 or 9. And you can get Magnum buckshot, dude. Hit somebody with some Swagnum fuckshot, dude. They're going to have a bad day. They're going to, in Tarkov and especially IRL, dude. You know what I'm saying? You connect with some Swagnum fuckshot, dude. It's game over, man. Dip your shot in poop before you seal the hull if you reload, dude. None of us can even poop, dude. We're all having pooping problems. So we're shit out of luck with that one.
Yep.
Insert Phil Collins fucking drum solo here. Lead balls make the girls go wild, dude. All right, dudes, I got to charge my phone and text the sushi when the coast is clear so I can give her a send-off. Still upset my chick is 8 hours away doing 2 to 5, dude. Is crazy. 2 to 5 on warrants, dude. Picked her ass up on some warrants. What she got warrants for, dude? Stabbing people at a 7-Eleven? What the fuck is going on? The S&B is great, but you lose around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you lose around, but you gain pellets. So it all works out in the end, but I'd rather have an extra shot than a couple extra pellets per shot, I think. But I don't know. Because in theory, the spread, maybe you need less shots as long as you're hitting your shots. I mean, in theory, if you connect with a shotgun, it's pretty permanent. So given they don't have armor on or something like that. But even then, even if they did have armor and at the right distance, yeah, they might catch a couple with that armor, but maybe they catch one here, maybe they catch one here, maybe they, with the spread of a shotgun, like that's the whole thing. Like everybody, I want a rifled shotgun. Why? I'm going to shoot slugs at the bad guys. Just use a rifle.
Yeah.
Just use a rifle at that point. You don't even have to pump it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and given there's semi-auto shotguns or whatever the fuck, but yeah, dude. Good old fucking Mossberg 590, 500, even a Galdang Maverick 88, boy. Or an old Remington 870. Fuck that new shit and fuck that Freedom Group shit. Although the new shit's probably fine, but it hasn't been on the market long enough to fucking prove itself. And even at that, we either can't get them or don't get them or I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen a new 870 in I don't know how long. But we got a couple used 11 Huns at the shop, the semi-auto ones, which aren't bad. A lot of people love them. But the gas rings always go bad, dude. Better Call Saul, dude, from the Pew Pew dudes had one of those. And he was out. He talked about it before how he was out and then having problems with his fucking gas rings. So now he keeps a fucking bag of gas rings in his fucking hunting pack and shit. So, but imagine having to deal with that out in the field. It's raining, it's snowing, you drop something in the mud or something. Like it would just not a good time, dude. Yeah, not a good time. Slugs are not dumb. I think they're dumb for home defense, because if you're going to use a singular projectile, given a shotgun slug is a pretty serious single projectile.
Yeah.
But
A little bit.
you are neutering the capability of that scattergat by not utilizing a load that spreads. So just use a rifle.
But you got a slug on the side saddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one?
Yeah, just one.
I usually run a couple.
Yeah.
Because I run a tube full of buck, and then the side saddle has 4 buck and then 2 slugs. And then on that Mossberg 590A1 with the speed feed, tube full of buck, side saddle full of buck, and then it holds 2 shells on each side of the stock, so I have 4 slugs in that. But that I gave to my brother. But that's a solid gun though. But the fucking yeah, it's usually 2 slugs just in case, because you never know, dude. You might miss that first precision shot. You know, it is a shotgun at the end of the day still, and most of them just have a bead sight, so you might have to make a follow-up shot. So I like running 2 slugs. We already got, you know, some buck in there, but yeah, either way, doesn't matter. But yeah, being able to, especially on a pump gun, which can be done on a semi too, but you know, to rack one out and port load one in there, what you have to do is rack one out, dump the second, port load. And you could dump it in your hand and throw it in your pocket if you want. But, like, realistically, you're going to fucking shuck it, dump it, slug, and then you're control feeding that gun because, okay, boom, there's a bad guy here at 7 yards, buckshot, and then now he's 2 houses down behind a fucking bush or something. It's like, okay, boom, boom, or whatever. So it depends. But yeah, being able to port load and control feed is an excellent part of a shotgun and makes topping off and keeping the gun fed during the fight a lot easier, which is why I don't understand why all these people want to run mag-fed shotguns, especially mag-fed pump guns, because like that totally alleviates the entire utility of a shotgun, in my opinion. But M. Gabriel says, oh, I'm going to pump it all on Witch Kitty, again, playing Counter-Strike, but at least now I actually have the game. What the fuck is going on? Not dumb for hunting. Definitely not dumb for hunting and or bad guys, but situation dictates the tactics. Don't bring a flathead when you need a Phillips. I stocked up on federal HP slugs for 60 cents a round. Apparently, they were supposed to be LE exclusive. Yeah, we get ammo like that all the time. Winchester Rangers technically is LE exclusive. The Red Box FN57 ammo is LE and military exclusive, but we can buy all that shit as an FFL and we sell it to the public, dude. Fuck them. So, like,
do something about
it. Yeah, dude. We all got armor-piercing 5.7s, dude. What do you know what I'm saying? Like, those level 4? But yeah, no, it's fucking retarded too. And the whole thing with the Winchester Rangers, for one, Winchester Ranger in 45, probably one of the best loads out there, expands on average to an inch in diameter, dude. That's more than some of y'all are working with the fucking nether regions, dude. Probably an inch in an inch in diameter. Well, you're a lizard person. It's different. You guys get them. You're damn near a duck, honestly, from what I hear. That's what we call in the industry a callback. But I think we talked about it on one of the Shooting the Poop podcasts.
Talked about it many times.
Right. But I think you did bring up a picture here on the Shooting the Poop podcast one time. I don't want to see it, but apparently ducks have corkscrew penises. And I don't know how that works. I don't want to know how it works. I just want to know why it's like that.
I just want to know if they have to unscrew themselves when they're done.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, it's like a wine bottle, dude. What are you doing, dude? Somebody's going to drown. I just got rid of 12 pumps. Enough is enough, dude. Yeah, that's all it takes. You need to imagine. Still got like 6 left. He's edging. But I bought a ton of LEO slugs on Police Turning, dude. That's the way to do it, man. Get all their fucking jackbooted thug of the state guns, dude. Take them out of their hands, bro. And most of them are brand new on the inside. They just got a little holster wear. They just been bumping around in the trunk of a squad car for fucking the past 5 years, whatever it is. But those guns are never shot because those fucking little oinkers don't fucking train, dude. Most of them. So 1 inch is a heavy load, dude. Yeah, it is, dude. Aren't the MagFed shotguns super finicky? So, like, I have a couple of Sega 12s and a Vepr 12, and I fucked with a VR80 before, and it depends on your mags and your load, of course, giggity. But my Segas run pretty well, but it's just too cumbersome to be anything practical, dude. Like, there's probably somebody out there that makes, like, actual kit for it, but like the mags are huge. They don't even fit like AR-10 pouches. So how are you going to carry a spare mag? Because a 5-round shotgun mag is like this big and like that thick, dude. It's huge and heavy for no reason. Where I could have double, triple the amount of shells, even just stuffed in my pocket and port load or stuff the tube while I'm fighting behind cover, topping off whatever I got to do. I could switch loads easier. It's lighter. So, and especially with like side saddles, bro. Like people, I've done videos on it in the past, but I'm going to do some more videos on it in the future about working with a scattergat because nobody talks about scattergats anymore, dude. And we're going to run the gamut. We're going to break action single shots and running those shits, pump guns, semi-autos, mag-fed semi-autos, whatever it is. But I draw the line at mag-fed pump guns. Do not do it. I don't give a fuck about the Mossberg 590M or whatever queer shit. It's retarded. Those mags are this big, dude. They're that big. No. Stop it. You look silly. Please, people, for the love of God. Not everything has to have a bucket of bullets under it, all right? Jesus. I'm all for it, but it's dumb in some cases and way too cumbersome, dude. The juice is not worth the squeeze, and you guys know how I feel about the juice. But yeah, I have the Wraithmaker 20-round death mag, dude. What? For your Segs, dude? Sick pro mag, bro. Just kidding. I have multiple of the same one. I just broke off my cork earlier today. Be careful when unscrewing. That's crazy, dude. Breaking off your cork is crazy, dude. Because it never fully breaks off the way you want it, and you have to end up pushing it back in just to get it out of the way. It's fucked up. Next thing you know, he's going to be reading books to children in a library somewhere. Like, what the fuck is going on? You people are crazy. It's silly. 20 round. Those Sega 12s are full auto in the Russian military. Yeah, which is sick. But, and they probably actually run better like that. Much like, although I don't even know that those things, remember when they were supposed to release semi-automatic AA-12s to the general pubs? Do you remember that? Or was that before your time? Because it wasn't that that long ago in the grand scheme of things, but for some reason, like it was a semi-automatic only gun. And you know what the AA-12 is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a semi-automatic AA-12. Some company, I don't think it was the original company, but some company had like some parts kits or was like making their own shit from scratch or something. Yeah, see if you can find that if that's what you're looking for. And like they brought them to market. They were only doing like limited batch runs. And they were going to be pretty expensive, but then the ATF put the kibosh on it and said that they were AOWs or easily convertible to full auto or something, and like banned them even selling them to begin with, is what I remember. But I was so stoked to buy a fucking AA-12, dude, because that just growing up in movies, FPS Russia, Call of Duty, anywhere in between, dude, the AA-12 is a classic and supposedly very reliable. Super cool gun, but are you finding anything?
Not really. I mean, apparently there's a new company that's trying to make a semi-auto AA-12 now. Soul Invictus Arms.
Interesting. Maybe it's the same comp, dude.
That's
but
as of 2023.
Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't been that long, I don't think, that they were supposed to have come out, but I'm pretty sure the ATF or something like put a kibosh on it, and they're like, no, you can't do this because of, like, FN used to import the P90s with like full auto parts in them, but like they were still semi-automatic guns because they just changed whatever to make it not full auto, but still had some of the components in there. And in theory was readily convertible if you knew what you were doing, which in reality most things are. Not legal, moral, or financial advice, but live as constitutionally as you feel comfortable. But then they stopped doing that. And I don't know. I honestly haven't even taken mine apart, so I don't even know which one it is. But I think mine's one of the newer ones. Dan the man, got one of the old ones, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure his ass got a green one. And they haven't done green ones in fucking forever. And that's just cool as fuck. Cool as fuck. Dude, I love the PS90, dude. It's such a fun little gun. No, FPS Russia has a podcast, and he goes by Kyle now. Like, he's not even FPS Russia anymore. But because of whatever happened, and there's like a bunch of conspiracies behind that dude, like that he supposedly set up his business partner to be murdered, and he robbed him of like his class 3 shit, and then supposedly one of the fans randomly sent him a bunch of dabs, and like somehow the DEA or ATF or somebody intercepted the package. Like, it all sounded very, very sus. Somebody's fucking around with something. So, but he supposedly did go to prison for a little while and then is out, but he doesn't have his gun rights. Like, you all, again, the government says that. That doesn't mean that you actually don't have gun rights. You're always going to have your gun rights as long as you exercise your gun rights. So, and that's on you. But, yeah, legally, quote unquote, he cannot purchase firearms. And everybody on Twitter was like, well, not everybody, a select few people were like trying to fucking at fucking the old Donald J. Trump, the fucking biggest Zionist cuck in the world, to fucking reprieve him, or fucking, what do they call it? Like, annul his fucking
Pardon.
Yeah. And so he could fucking, but I don't think he even has, like, it was all like, he had so many people convinced that he was actually Russian, which is the funniest thing about it. Have a nice day, or whatever the fuck he used to say. Like, like, it was a very bad Russian accent, but like it was just good enough sometimes. And he almost looks a little Russian. You know, he looks like the average Russian man you might find walking down the street. But yeah, he's not even Russian. It's weird to like see him and then hear him talk like in his normal voice. I'm pretty sure his name's Kyle, like his real name, whatever. And yeah, dude, he's not real. I don't think he's really interested in becoming FPS Russia again, but that would be the comeback of the century, bro.
I mean, we already know he doesn't need to buy firearms to have firearms anyways, so it's
right. Right.
crazy calling somebody a fool into misery.
Right.
Fucking it up.
Right. Right. That's, I was just gonna say, dude. Pardon me, he says. I see what you did there. But no, that's funny, man. That's funny, dude.
Man. But no, it looks like that Sol Invictus is the same one that tried starting in 2018 in creating the semi-auto. And then 2019, they kind of came out. They aren't going to be able to do it, but they're still working towards an attempt. Does it say
the reason why they can't do it?
Because the ATF said no, it's too easy to convert back to a full auto.
Okay, so I was right. The fucking, but it's not like it's an open bolt gun, because like that they did ban the open bolts from. You can still like own them,
which is still bullshit.
You can still own them, and I'm pretty sure you can still sell them like on Gunbroker and shit. But like you can't sell it. You can't. No new ones can be manufactured.
Yeah.
But open bolt guns are even more readily convertible. Yeah. Which the whole thing, readily convertible, go fuck yourself. It should be full auto from the factory, bro. I shouldn't have to do shit about it. But that's our fucked up, unconstitutional, tyrannical laws that we don't
Trump's
have to
in
deal
office.
with.
He's
Oh,
gonna
everything's
fix
gonna
it.
be great, dude. He's gonna fix it,
You can have
dude.
everything.
We got the NRA working for us, bro. Just wait, dude. Let's buy more Springfield products while we're at it. Fucking idiots, dude. It's crazy, dude. Open bolt usually sucks unless German. I don't know. I think Mac 10s are pretty cool. Tech 9s are pretty cool. Even if they're pieces of shit, they're still pretty cool. Definitely, you're not. I mean, of course, I love German shit for a multitude of reasons. And then, yeah, dude, the grease gun, dude. Maybe you've heard of it. The Thompson. Maybe you've heard of it, bro. But yeah, no, there's all types of cool open bolt fucking sub guns or just machine guns in general. But open bolt guns are harder to shoot because pulling the trigger is dropping that bolt. And so it's hard to actually stay on target. Or if you were to try and shoot it semi-auto, dude, everybody's going to shoot it low. Like everybody's going to, not me because I'm amazing, but everybody's going to shoot it. Everybody's
Not
going to shoot
you,
it.
because you're shooting from a bench.
Right. Hell yeah, dude. 3 yards supported from the prone, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's all you need.
Still a 7-inch group. Why are you guys on this channel? Dude. They fucking. Yeah. I showed one of the tens of loyal viewers was asking for a press check, dude, and I gave him the one-handed John Wick, which is really the TT. I started it, the one-handed press check, and then we continued talking on the live stream for like an hour and a half, dude. And then all of a sudden they randomly cut the feed. So I bet it was probably one of Focus Trip the Forehead, Faggot Trip the Forehead's fucking little cronies, or someone Vaginal Warfare's little homosexuals, or whatever the fuck.
They always get people in the comments of the live stream talking about, oh, be careful, you're gonna show, be careful, right. you can't show that, you can't have that.
Right. I'd damn near do it again right now, bro. Because that's the thing too, is I got a new one.
Yeah.
But it's an old one. And it's a 45. Of course, as it should be. But it's also a Smith & Wesson 457. Maybe you could pull it up on the old computes, dude, so we don't fucking nuke 2 channels. The old Smith & Wesson 457, dude. Single stack 45 goodness from a time when Smith & Wesson made real semi-automatic firearms. A classic. I don't know if they have a stainless one, but mine is the blackened version, which I think looks pretty sick. And I feel like we should also IMFDB it to see what movies it's been in. So it's a compact, single stack, 45. 8 rounds in the gun, 7+1. Slide-mounted safety decocker. And per usual for these Gen 2, Gen 3 guns that Smith & Wesson made, the triggers are absolutely amazing. This one is legitimately mint condition. I got 2 mags with it. There's like not even a scratch on it. It's a beautiful gun, dude. And they simply do not make them anymore. It's a shame, dude. It's a shame that Smith & Wesson doesn't make real Smith & Wessons anymore. However, as we've talked about before, they are getting rid of the Hillary hole on all their modern wheelie gats. So they're still doing that gay-ass sleeved barrel bullshit, but at least they're getting rid of the Hillary hole. So there's a win. I'll take that as a win. You know, at least they look better. You know, if you look at it from the side, it looks almost the same, although the modern bluing isn't nearly as nice as the old shit by any means. But did you IMFDB it, dude?
I did.
Are there any classic movies that fucking...
Not much to speak of. You got Miami Vice.
Okay, there you go.
And Life.
The board game?
Yeah, dude.
That's a lit-ass fucking family night, dude.
2009.
Interesting.
It was only in season 1, episode 4.
Yo, I was just going to see Hollywood Guns, dude. Look in the corner. Hollywood Guns, bro. That dude, huge shout out to Hollywood Guns, bro. That dude is legit, dude. I randomly stumbled across his channel the other day.
Is this kind of somebody handling a firearm on a live stream?
No, it should. Hopefully not, dude. Hopefully not. Although in their eyes, I'm sure
They're a
they'll take
bunch
what
of
they can get.
faggots.
Yeah. 100% homosexuals, dude. But Hollywood Guns, dude, you guys should go check out his channel. He's a tiny little channel. I think he's even smaller than me sub-wise, and really good production value. His whole thing is he goes over guns that are in movies, like specifically, and he's got all types of clips from the movies, and he gives you the back, story on them and like why the guns were chosen. Like, it's very interesting, and he's got a lot of super cool. He's got access to a lot of super cool guns, and he's like in cahoots with some of the IMFDB guys. And then like he also knows a lot of people that do like the armor shit for like Hollywood, and like has access to like actual real select fire guns and shit. And he's like a British dude or something that came here and is a citizen and has a wife and kids, and talks about how he wants to like he's pro gun and like all about it, and like he's pretty base. Like, he talks about in some of his videos how he wants like to share this with his children and get them to grow up the American way and understand the importance of firearms and all this shit. And but it's super cool because he goes over all the different classic movies like Heat, or fucking the one that I found him first on was fucking Cobra with Sylvester Stallone, dude. Marion Cobretti, dude, with the fucking Gold Cup national match with the Cobra grips on it and all that shit. And I literally since then have watched every single video on his channel. He doesn't have a ton, but they're all pretty. They're easily digestible. They're good videos, man. So everybody go check out Hollywood Guns, dude. But yeah, no, the Smith & Wesson 450 Sev, dude. It's a cutie. I like it. It's a good little size. It's a good little carry size, but it's also like Glock 19 sized in profile, albeit it's a single stack, but it's also an old hammer fired Smith in 45. So it's an aluminum frame. So I don't know how many like plus P's I can fire out of this bitch. Definitely probably no 45 soups, but plus they don't make them anymore. So I don't know where I'd get replacement parts if I did fucking wear the thing out. But it's a cool gun. It's in really good shape. Content coming soon. But I like that, dude. I like these old Smiths, man. Like these, I would take that over an M&P any day of the week, dude. It's just got way more character to it. And look at the little fucking nubbed, because the hammer's flush when it's decocked.
Yeah.
But like when it's cocked, dude, and it's because it's like, it's almost like HK does it with their compact USPs and shit, where it's bobbed, like there's no like spur on the hammer. Like it's kind of cute looking, dude. I like that. It's different. It's from a different era, dude. People don't understand anymore, bro. I'm gonna see if I can get some more mags for it. I'm sure I can. I don't know what they run. Probably fucking $100, I would imagine. But I at least have 2 with the gun. And I got it for a song. So I couldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
The HKs look more robust than just about any other 40 or 45. Yeah, and a plastic gun. Yeah, for sure. 100%. Now, good all steel 1911, boy, I tell you what. Because even unloaded, it's a weapon. But, yeah, dude, you cannot kill an HK USP of any caliber or variety, but the best one, in my opinion, is the 45, even though it was originally designed as a 40. And if you are going to get a 40 caliber pistol, get an HK USP. The Glocks were 9mm guns scaled up. M&Ps supposedly were built to be 40s, but I don't believe it because they look the same as the 9s. The USP was just built and overbuilt from the beginning because it was designed for the U.S. law enforcement market in 40 caliber. And 40 caliber is a high pressure round, which wears guns out a lot quicker. So it was built and overbuilt to be able to handle that and long-term extended use and abuse. And so as a byproduct, when you scale that down to 9mm, you literally cannot kill that gun. And then on top of that, a 45, which in most normal loadings will also last forever because it's a low pressure cartridge, traditionally speaking, shooting mostly 230 grain hardball, which is still a defensive load because it's a half inch before it even expands. And even if it doesn't, But the USPs in 45 are also rated to shoot 45 Super out of the box at basically infinitum. So, fuck a 10 millimeter, dude, is what I'm saying. But I obviously still have a 10 millimeter. But the fucking, it's gay though. It's a fucking Glock 20, dude. What the fuck? There's like no class and culture. There's no character. It's just fucking okay. It's just a fat Glock, dude. Like, okay, cool, I guess. But then it's like half the shit is glorified 40. And then the other shit, you're in theory not technically supposed to shoot it out of a Glock barrel. And on top of that, it's loaded to the maximum pressure. So it's like, I don't even know what to do with it. But I have shot some pretty hot Underwoods out of that bitch hardcast lead. And it fucking rocks steel at like 50 yards, dude. We were shooting that. You were there. We were shooting that shit at the fucking prop, dude. And that shit does fucking hit that shit with authority. But I don't know how many you can shoot before it blows your barrel. Because they say the lead builds up in the fucking... Because it doesn't even have like traditional lands and grooves. And it's supposed to be tighter and have a better gas seal or whatever with the polygonal rifling. Or hexagonal rifling or whatever the fuck it is. But supposedly you can get lead buildup in deposits. And then it's basically like having a squib if it gets bad enough. And you'll blow that shit up. And fucking blowing a 10 millimeter up in your hands is probably not a good idea.
No, probably not.
I remember telling my sister to get a H&K or F&Ns. That's what the black people call it. The F&Ns is. But I don't know where they get F&N because it's FNH.
Yep.
But FNN, the F&Ns is. But I remember telling my sister to get H&K or FN when choosing her first gun, and she became a sicker. That's terrible, bro.
Yeah,
that's terrible. I would have her removed from the will. I would see if you can make her, instead of your sister, perhaps a twice removed cousin or something. Knock her down a couple pegs. Like, that's not okay. How could you ever even allow that, dude? Your own blood, bro. I may have traded the Amish man a spare ugly stick GX2 today for a Phoenix Arms HP 22. Possibly. Listen, my mother beat me with one of those ever since I came out of the womb, and I'm adopted. So, like, think about that for a second. But also, can you pull this up and see if this is what I think it is? Because honestly, you made out, dude. Because now you have a drop gun that you could use to frame him for crimes. Yeah. Got to think of the upside.
They're never gonna find him though, because his fingerprints are not on file anywhere.
Right. It's the perfect crime, dude. Also, what the fuck? Aren't they only allowed to fly fish or some shit? Like, how the fuck? Yeah, dude. That's what I thought it was, dude. That's exactly what I thought it was, dude. That is as Z-Mac pop metal as it gets. But you know what? You know what though? It's like a Colt Python, a PPK, and a Beretta 21A had a three-way interracial autistic baby. But if it goes bang, even once, it's a gun. And to trade a $40 ugly stick for any gun is a win in my book, dude. And I've shot these. They don't always work. But some of them do. Some of them do. Some of them do. Some of them do. They're extremely cheap to buy. Like, even in today's day and age, like, do they have a price? Like, is it? They're like less than $200 all day.
I'm read in here is less than $200.
So they actually said that.
Yeah. You're only out less than $200.
Oh, there you go, dude. I remember looking at them, and they make them in like different finishes and different. They do like a 22, a 25, I think maybe a 32, but maybe it's apparently just 22, a long 25. Barrel. Yeah, dude, that was the Target model, dude. And I thought about getting one time off because cheaper than dirt. This is before cheaper than dirt became lower than dirt, although they probably always were, and I just wasn't keen to it. There wasn't like a what? Oh my god, though, dude. What the fuck? It's like I'm fucking. Where's my crystal ball sack, dude? You know what I'm saying? But look at that accuracy, dude. That's a
Yeah.
3-yard group. This fucking guy. India, not the arrow, though.
He
But
says
no, they're
25 yards off the bench.
yeah, my ass. But yeah, they got weird safeties, like the safeties on the slide, like a Beretta almost, but like it's very weird. Or maybe the safety is that no, that says fire. So what's the is that a decocker? What the fuck is on the slide by the sight?
I don't know.
It doesn't tell you in the
The
description box
safety
below.
design is interlocked with several features. The
Or
slide
maybe
is
there's
locked.
2 safeties. Is that
as
tell me
it
that's
is-
2 safeties, dude?
I think. I don't know.
I think that's 2 safeties, dude.
The slide. So apparently the safety is connected. So it's 2 safeties, but really only 1 safety is what they're saying. But if you have the safety activated, like if you flip this up on the safe, this goes up and also locks the slide.
But is that
That's what they're saying.
also your normal slide lock lever? Or
I
does the slide not
don't-
lock open at all?
It may not lock open.
We should be at. I'd rather have a slide lock and a standard safety than 2
There's
safeties that don't lock the slide,
There's
dude.
nothing else. That
Like I don't know what the
slide
fuck is
lock.
what is going on, bro. Nope, they fish the rivers and everything up here for bass and catfish. They're serious with the catfish. There you
And
go.
apparently, you can only remove the mag with the safety activated.
That's crazy. That's gonna get people killed in the streets, dude. I think they're $157 at Sportsman's Warehouse. This one is just all black model. They don't like shiny stuff. Well, that checks out. But listen, dude, if it goes, I imagine you've shot it, right? You test fired it probably right there at the deal, dude, and fucking just plinked a couple fishy poos with it. But yeah, dude. Listen, I am a huge fan of little mouse guns, dude. I love little tiny guns, dude. But I love it even
I
more.
really like cheap guns.
Scales loves a $100 gun, dude. There's not a thing he loves in the world more, other than maybe Baby Shar, dude. Cheyenne is not even in the equation. It's Baby Shar and then $100 guns, dude. Is basically what Scale and Bud K knives, apparently. But which goes right along with
more Bud K knives.
Thank God. But Bud K guns, dude, is the new. So what are there 22, 25, and what? Do they offer a 32 or is it just 25s and 22s?
I don't know. All that they're showing here is 22 and 25. Because apparently they have 2 different barrels for this one.
Oh, it's a whole kit, dude.
Yeah.
Mr. B cannot spell, dude. It's the 21A, dude. The Beretta 21A, not the 21S, dude. The 21A, bro. Get it right, bro. Although, shout out to the Beretta Jetfire, dude, the 950, dude, especially the B model. But no, those are cool, man. I definitely was like this close to buying one before. And I was also like this close to buying one of those little Cobra fucking bullshit fucking 380s that is like absolute ass.
Sportsmans.com, $167.99 for a new one and 22 long rifle.
There you go, dude. And honestly, in 22, now I've shot like 2 or 3 of them in my day. One of them I think ran flawlessly. The other one was so-so. It was kind of ammo picky, but if you ran a certain type of ammo, it was fine. And the other one would just not run at all. But if you get one that actually runs halfway worth of shit, and given in any semi-automatic 22s, you should run high velocity ammo. Now, that being said, I don't necessarily know that it's the best idea to throw a bunch of stangers through that bitch, because I'm pretty sure it is indeed pop metal. And even if you don't blow it up, you're definitely going to wear it out way quicker than shooting just like some mini mags or something through it. But typically you want to run high velocity shit in a semi-automatic 22, so it cycles more efficiently and more reliably. But I've had really good luck with the Aguila shit, dude. The cheap ass white, orange, and red Aguila fucking what is it called? What does it say on the box? Because they have the even hotter ones that are like the Interceptors, and then they have other ones, but like just it's basically loaded identically to a mini mag, but it's half the price. It smells a little weird, but that's your upper lip. Like, just deal with it. It's great ammo. But yeah,
Pull up
dude.
this screen real quick.
$99.99, dude.
Just read the title.
Phoenix Arms police trade-in pistol is crazy, bro. Where? What department? What fucking security guard at a trailer park is carrying this for dudes, dude? And no offense, Wind Model. I think they're cool as shit. If I were to buy one, I'd want it to work. And maybe yours does, dude. They do recommend CCI mini mags in the manual for optimum performance. Have you shot it yet? Does it work, dude? I imagine you shot it, right? That's exactly why I bartered with it. I like pocket
multiple
guns.
police trade-ins.
That's great. The whole department got Phoenix Arms 22s, dude. That's crazy. Uh-oh, the sniper edition. That's the SWAT team
also
sniper
police
edition.
trade-in.
That's great. You know what, though? These could just be all the evidence guns. So, I don't know exactly.
They were issued as guns to fucking stash on people. Bro, right. I had that guy. No, right. You put that there. It's fucking, they really did.
Shit. No, for real. They really do, though.
Yeah, exactly.
But for real, that.
Magazine
he's got the
included.
stendo. He's got the stendo. How are you going to get a gun with no magazine, dude? Looks like he's got the stendo on that bitch right there, dude. Dude, you might want to fucking grab one of these, dude. This might be the best fucking bug out bag gun you ever purchased, dude.
I got the fucking Walther 22, dude. Okay.
Oh, that's right. That actually works too. Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure that's also bullshit pop metal.
Yeah. That's why I was able to buy it. Because y'all couldn't buy it.
Right. It's actually illegal that's the other fucking stupid shit is it's actually as a dealer in Illinois. Illinois has a state melting point requirement for firearms. And so as an FFL, you can own the guns and you can transfer them privately. Although that's weird though too. I haven't even thought about that because now they changed it to where there's no more private sales in Illinois either, and everything has to go through an FFL. And so in theory, if you wanted to sell your high point to your buddy legally, I don't think you can because an FFL is not legally allowed to transfer those guns. I'm gonna have to look into that and get back to y'all, but there's a melting point requirement in the state of Illinois where like all these cheap Saturday night special type guns that are affordable for people now, albeit probably not the best and most reliable thing, but like I always say, even if you get one shot out of it and you make it count, that could be all the difference. So, but you can't, they're going to say, oh, you can fucking melt it down after you committed a crime with it and get rid of the evidence. There's plenty of ways to do that with anything.
Yeah.
So it's a moot point. It's
every
bullshit.
Chop shop in the fucking hood got a fucking acetylene torch.
Yeah. I have the capability to melt down whatever the fuck I want. So
I at least got the ability to take a fucking hammer to the shit and smash it to
yeah.
You can't tell what the fuck it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Because with them guns, you actually could, bro. So
Eddie, you get a big enough hammer.
Right. Of the jack variety, perhaps. But yeah, dude, like it's so fucking retarded, but like, yeah, we can't sell the Walther PPK 22s. We can't sell Walther P22s. We can't sell any high points. We can't sell, and I really want a yeet cannon just for the memes.
Can buy one,
but not even the yeet cannon. What I'd rather have more than the yeet cannon is the Cash Money Print 40 cal, dude. That's a dream gun of mine. It really is.
Cash Money 40 cal with the fucking 90-degree night sights.
Hell yeah, dude. That's the problem solver, bro. But you can't sell that. You can't sell the Phoenix Arm shit.
RMR mount.
Yeah. We can't sell a lot of the Derringer shits. And you know what's crazy about that, though, is you'd be surprised. Pretty much Bond Arms is like the only Derringer that's actually made out of actual steel. Everything else is like Z-Mac pop metal bullshit. And half these little motherfuckers are like 44 Magnums. So it's like, what the fuck are you people doing? Yeah. So, but whatever. It's your hands, not mine. Phoenix Arms are made by the same company that made Jennings and Ray. Yeah, they keep getting bought and sold because like they kept going out of business because all the fucking Clinton crime ban era shit and the ban on Saturday night special imports and this, that, and the third. And fucking that's why, I don't know if any of you guys caught it, but that fucking couple of shorts ago, that Zastava Model 70 in 32 ACP, it's actually like a well-made surplus military police gun from overseas. But in order to import that gun, because it's small and it's cheap, which means it's easily concealed and readily available, anybody can get their hands on it. In order to import it under 922R bullshit compliance laws, they have to put a special grip on there with like a thumb rest to make it a target shooting grip. And then they have to put an adjustable rear sight on it. The problem is the sight is the front sight is milled into the slide, and it's like this tall. Then they put the adjustable rear sight on it, which is this tall. And yeah, you can adjust for windage, but not elevation. So in order to line up the sights, the muzzle is like this, and you're mortaring that. I don't know if you got 100 yards zero on this 32 or what, but shooting the bitch at fucking 7 yards, I was aiming at the fucking center mass bullseye and hitting him in the neck because just to line the sights up, because it's it's way taller on the rear than it is the front.
You got to cut that notch down a bit.
No, you have no idea, dude. I'll just remove it and use it like a shotgun with a bead sight, a belly gun at that point. But yeah, dude, it's the stupid shit that fucking people do with guns because of fucking tyrannical bullshit, unconstitutional laws is crazy. But yeah, dude, the fucking Ontario, California, actually go figure. Yeah, no shit, dude. But yeah, dude, I love all them little Saturday night specials. I love cheap guns myself, especially when they work. I love tiny functional guns. Like I get a kick out of North American Arms mini revolvers, bro.
Yeah.
Very difficult to actually shoot properly. I'm capable, but like not an ideal situation. Like that is what I equate it to most of the time is like a brass knuckle. Like we're up close and personal and we're wrestling and I'm going to shove this shit in you and make it hurt.
Yep.
But I still could hit your ass at like 10 yards, 15 if I'm lucky. That being said, it's like 1.5 inch barrel and it's a 22 long rifle. Even a 22 Magnum, it's probably going to be keyholing by 5 yards anyway, which that's just added damage points, I suppose. But yeah, I would never carry just that unless it was prison. But that's as big as I'm willing to go, dude. But they're very cool, tiny, actually extremely well-made guns that in theory, given you properly use that tool for the right job, could save your life one day. And it's this fucking big. That's cool to me. The little pin gun thing I got, like, not lethal, perhaps, but I'll shoot your eye out. You know what I'm saying? I still got to get pins for that motherfucker. But, or whatever the fuck they are. But, like, it's just cool shit. Like, I could literally have that on my keychain, and in theory, it is still, in one way, shape, or form or another, a firearm, dude. The little Beretta 21As, dude, and they make the little keychain suppressors, dude. That's cool as fuck. I got a fucking baby Browning nickel-plated with the gold trigger. It's, like, pretty clean. It's very nice. It's a 25. It's, like, that big, dude. And it's 100% reliable.
That's the one, a fucking vest pocket, dude.
I get one finger on the grip, and I'm literally just holding the bottom of it with my other, but I can shoot a group like this at 5 yards with it. And what the fuck else is that for if not that? Like, and it's that big, dude. You could literally put it in your vest pocket. Now, nobody wears vests anymore. But like, if we were more classy and cultured people like we used to be, till we let those savages around here. But,
carrying the fifth pocket, bro.
The fifth pocket is crazy, dude. That one's already plugged up. You ain't got any room left in that shit, dude.
Dude, we're all plugged up, dude.
Yeah, dude. I am the plug, dude. Your is just the light. In the context of your butt, I suppose. But
That's
I was more talking about like being a drug lord or whatever. Similar to what they do with the Tokharovs on import, they ship with those horrendous safety triggers on them. I replace mine with the yeah, no, for sure. That's the thing. And now technically you're out of 922R compliance, which fucking fuck you, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
calling
that
the
shit.
cops.
Yeah, you would, dude. But yeah, it's fucking retarded, dude. What they do to these fucking beautiful, cool ass fucking guns and ruin them, and then you got to fix it, and then for fixing it, you're breaking some bullshit law that nobody in the history of ever has ever been like held accountable for, but in theory you could, and that's fucking gayer than AIDS. But same thing, you get a fucking Benelli M4, and it comes because of 922R fucking faggot bullshit import laws with a 5-shot cucked tube where it's supposed to have the military law enforcement, which should be the civilian fucking 7-shot tube. You can get the actual tube if you want to spend $500 and then install it yourself or have a competent gunsmith preferably do it. And even at that, who knows? It could be Bubba Fudd at his kitchen table, and now there goes your $2,100 shotgun. Or you can get a plus 2
Bro, I got a
extension.
Dremel.
Yeah, nah, you'd be all right. The fucking, or you can get a plus 2 extension from Nordic Components, or even UTG makes one, I'm pretty sure, and like supposedly is actually decent. And then you get the longer spring and like a different follower and whatever the fuck, and you're fine. But it's still gay as fuck that you even have to do that. Now, given with a Benelli, you can ghost load it, so you still get 7 in the gun if you know what you're doing. But you shouldn't have to fucking do this fucking workaround rigmarole bullshit, dude. It's fucking retarded. I got a 7+1 to M88 a few weeks ago. I might get another before they're a million times more expensive, like the Wasser, dude. Yeah, no, for sure. Like any surplus gun, any import gun, especially with everything that's going on in the world, like just for like the fact that like maybe one day you can get them again, but right now they're fucking tooled up to do current military production shit because there's World War III taking place. All that shit is going to dry up, and it's only ever going to get more expensive. So like Milsurp guns, given you're buying the right things and they're in proper enough condition, and in some cases, even if they're not, but that's always a good investment, dude, because A, they're tried and true, proven guns that have quite literally been there and done that. Maybe it's old world technology, but who cares, dude? Indian, not the arrow, bro. I fear the man that knows how to run the Mosin. I don't want to get shot by a 7.62 by 54R, bro. Given it's more anemic than a 308 or a 30-06 or whatever, but it's still a full battle rifle cartridge. So, and I got some Mosins that shoot rather well, even with just irons. So, but yeah. And they used to be cheap enough, dude. You can fucking arm 10 men for $1,000. Like it's still a rifle, bro. Apparently, the Mossbergs in the military are slam fired in the civilian version of standard, which is gay. I've never heard that. And also, slam fire is like way overrated. Because, like, while you can get good at it, practically speaking, it's not that useful. I could understand maybe if you're in a trench, but I would still want to be fucking accurate aim, because I could run a pump damn near as quick as a semi, and I would still want to fucking, okay, I'm here, there's a bad guy over there. Like, I don't want to just be running through doing this, because like your muzzle's going up and down and left and right, and like you can't really cheek weld and slam fire that effectively. Like, it doesn't really work like that. So it's cool, but that might be FUD Lord, dude. I don't know that that's actually fact. WinMod, all the local streams got flooded out here. Source scored down to the flat bear rock at the bottom, which I've never seen here before. What are we talking about? They're fucking up your fishing spots, dude. That's fucked up. That's incredibly fucked up, dude. R.I.P. to the ribs, dude. What are you Jamieing over there right now?
Just looking up the whole slam fire shit. See if there is any basis on that.
Are you finding anything?
Just that it doesn't seem to be true.
Damn. Where'd you find this shit at? We didn't, dude. Fudlore confirmed. We got to do the fucking get the stamp of approval thing, and you have like a little soundboard and a fucking graphic at it. Work on that, would you? But the
No.
fucking good for nothing, no work ethic having, dude. You know what? You'd be far more successful if you did something once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Does this count, dude? I'm off screen with it.
I
Does this
mean,
count?
you were definitely on screen with it.
Nah, they have no idea. They'll never suspect. But
No, never.
me?
Yeah.
I don't know where these guys are coming up with it, dude.
What I think is great is the transporting line when they were talking about it, Like, so if I have a gun inside of a case, I can't be moving that in my hands. Like, what's your definition of transporting? If I'm on
So,
camera during a live stream with a gun in a backpack, that's transporting legally, right? So it's not.
so this whole thing started around that false flag psyop thing that happened where supposedly the dude with the VR80 that was painted, it was all black and it had like all that white shit written on it, went and supposedly killed all those Muslims live on YouTube or something. That's when they implemented it where you can't, because like supposedly to stop fucking being able to live stream mass fucking whatevers. And so like if that's really what it is, not that I agree with it or not that it's right, from a, I guess, liability lawyer perspective, I would assume most platforms would do something to that effect. But like, there's a noticeable difference between some random dude, which that's a whole nother fucking rabbit hole worth of fucking psyops and false flags. But like, we're in a controlled environment. What if I wanted to live stream on the range, dude? What if I wanted to live stream a shooting competition like I was at earlier today?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Well, even
retarded.
like according to that, what they said, according to their guidelines, you can't even concealed carry a gun during a live stream.
Now, in theory, they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Like, how the fuck? No, absolutely not. TT, do you recommend the ALG AKT trigger for the AK? I hear they're extremely light. So, yeah, I have no qualms with the ALG shit. Most people run ALG triggers and AKs like a stock Tapco G2 these days, because that's one of the parts that are typically swapped on an AK when they get here stateside for 922R compliance bullshit. But I personally don't have any aftermarket triggers in any of my AKs. I think AK triggers are amazing, at least the ones on mine. Like, yeah, they got a little play, they got a little take up, they got a little slot, but like they're super easy to bump fire. If you know how to run them, they're very quick to run. For example, me and Gianni were on the range fucking doing drills and shit, and we were doing a bill drill, and I can count, dude, at least to 10 because I got 5 fingers on each hand, and I let off 8, bro. In the time of letting off 6 and didn't even realize it, dude. I just and like you can run them guns, dude, even with just the stock triggers. And those guns, all my AKs, I'm pretty sure have Tapco G2 fucking triggers in them, dude. Because that's just what they give you. That was like the go-to when Tapco was still in business for like in America, because you have to have certain American-made parts. Typically, the magazine, the trigger, the little slant brake, maybe the furniture or something, like whatever it is, like little insignificant shit where like the gun and the heart of the gun, the barrel, the bolt, the fucking whatever is still legit, and all the other shit that doesn't really matter, which you could always change later. But in theory, even having a compliant rifle, a 922R compliant rifle, and then putting an overseas mag in it, you're breaking the law. How retarded is that, dude? It's bullshit. But ALG makes an excellent AK trigger. I do indeed appreciate a flat face trigger from time to time. And if you were to throw one in the Vepr, which I don't know if you can or not, but if you can, or no, it's not even the Vepr, it's the Zastava you got, right? If you can throw it in the Zastav, being that it's a 308 and like a DMR kind of setup, that'd probably be pretty sick. I guess they wouldn't need the slam fire because they could just skip Benelli M4s, so it makes sense. No, they definitely have Benelli M4s and Mossberg 590s, bro. For sure. The Marines, at least. I don't know about Big Army and the rest of them. The chair force. I think they just call the cops when bad shit happens or something. But I don't know. I'm just a silly villain, so don't take it from me. When mod a couple of weeks ago, we had 2 sets of serious downpours with tornadoes, dude. In between power out, road swamped. I need to generate. Definitely, bro. 100%. Maybe even 2, dude. Dang, man, I had no idea you guys got it bad. Are you still using the generator now, dude? Well, he doesn't even have one, apparently, dude. How could he be using it, dude? I would recommend 2 generators. A regular, standard, powerful, grade fucking gas generator, and then maybe like a little tiny propane one or whatever, so you can be quiet if and when you need to be quiet, but still have some sort of power. Because I'm telling you, when you're the only person on the block that has power and a refrigerator and can charge their phone and whatever the fuck, guess who's fucking showing up with their hands out? The whole neighborhood. So you're either going to have to turn people away, which they're not going to like, and perhaps ensues a fight, or you're going to have an entire encampment that you are now responsible to provide for because you're just such a swell, nice guy, which is all well and good. But if that's taking away from you and yours, that's what's most important at the end of the day, because most of those people would not do the same for you. So, but yeah, it's nice to have options. It pays to be a prepper.
You should probably take the fucking generator out and change the oil and shit on it here soon.
Yeah, dude.
Before we hit a season.
Yeah. So when even is that, dude? Isn't that like just always potentially?
No. I mean,
no.
Generally, it's like,
well, when the Jews control the weather and they could just drop one whenever, dude. I mean, technically it is just always.
Yeah. But generally, like end of June, it starts and then runs till like fucking November.
Interesting. That's a weird, because like that's like hot to cold, which I understand. Yeah. Oh, the mixing, and that's what makes the tornadoes and the swirls and the hurricanes or whatever. So like, whatever. At least that's what the government tells us, dude. Who knows if it's true? It's probably just... Right, dude. Right. And so, but you say it does get fucking. Did you hear that beeping noise?
No.
No. I always wonder, dude, when I get notifications if like other people can hear it when we're live, either A, because like it just comes across through the stream like as like audio, but or if it's loud enough in my headphones. Cause like I probably shouldn't run I'm getting messages, people requesting me to play Counter-Strike with them. That's how good I am, that I'm carrying the team, that these people.
I got messages multiple times a night asking to play Counter-Strike. And I never even play the shit. So
that's because I want to spend time with my homie, dude. And also, after I knew it pissed you off, it was just trolling at that point. But other than that, I feel bad.
You're still inviting me.
I feel. How do you know? How do you know if I?
Because I saw you do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were watching the stream, dude. Speaking of which, motherfuckers, if you are at all interested in like extra live streams from time to time where we hang out and goof around and still talk about fucking guns and shit, but also while I play Counter-Strike, go follow me on Twitch, dude. It's terribly_tactical, I think, or something to that effect. It's got my face wearing a helmet with a thermal. You can't miss it. And I stream fucking my dumbass playing video games sometimes. And like, we still just hang out and chat and fucking whatever. So either make a Twitch account, or if you already have a Twitch account, you can follow me over there. And Twitch is kind of cool. I still haven't figured it out completely, and it was way easier back in the day when there was Twitch Studio. Now I've kind of sort of figured it out with OBS, because they got rid of Twitch Studio, which is bullshit, because Twitch Studio is way better than using OBS, in my opinion. And I was telling you for the longest to get Twitch Studio and fucking run that shit, because it is better than, or was better than OBS. But now It's just OBS, but like there's way more shit. It's like kind of way more free over on Twitch. Like it's less fucking restrictive. I could fucking be touching guns while it's live and shit. I could fucking, say whatever. I mean, I still say faggot and fucking gay and whatever the fuck. Like, who cares? But it is a little bit more free over there on that side of the house. So, and sometimes we're over there fucking twitching it out, dude. Playing some Vidya games, mostly Counter-Strike. Before that, it was Tarkov, little Call of Duty, whatever. But it's a good time. So it's an extra live chat too. Like it's the same thing basically we're doing here, except you're watching me play video games in the background, which is probably gay to one extent or another, but like whatever, So I'm just trying to get rich off the skins, dude, is what I'm in it for, bro. I'm going to pull a knife one of these days and it's going to be worth $1 million and I'm just going to retire off a Counter-Strike skin. You know what I'm saying? I've got some decent skins though. You'd be surprised, dude. And a lot of them I got for like free because you get like weekly drops and shit and you can get cases and fucking whatever. And then you open the case and obviously it's gambling, quote unquote, or like a chance. I won in fucking whatever chance, but like you can actually get some, and it's basically just an NFT, dude, at that point, which to me means absolutely nothing. So if somebody wants to pay me for this fucking digital skin on a gun, sure, bro. I'll gladly sell it to your dumb ass. But yeah. No, it's actually fun though. And I'm telling you, dude, out of any other game I've ever played in my life, I've never met as funny or as cool and like based of people that I've met in just a random solo queue Counter-Strike lobby. I'll tell you that. People don't give a fuck, dude. And it's kind of a super toxic game, and I love it. I love shitting on the ops, dude. It's pretty fun. I'm telling you, you would, if you got into it and you actually learned the game, dude, like you would actually enjoy it, I bet, dude. Because we're just trolling the entire time. And if you lose, you don't lose nothing. And it doesn't matter. But it's fun in the meantime, dude. Like I have definitely made some people break their computer, probably. Is it all Tarkov training? Is all that Tarkov training, dude? Is all what Tarkov training? The twitching,
They're so
dude?
good at CS2, dude.
No, because they're completely different. I mean, maybe the point fire is a big thing in Tarkov and like in Counter-Strike. There's some guns you can ADS. What?
Counter-Strike?
I don't know that you can.
No.
I mean, I'm sure you can, but I don't. I play mouse and keyboard. And I think most people play mouse and keyboard. You should be able to use
controller.
No, I think they released some console versions of it back in the day.
Which means it's
or there was a port.
compatible.
Yeah, right. But I don't know about CS2, the newest one, which is whatever. Because there was CSGO before that. And then before that.
CS2 is literally just an update to Counter-Strike.
Yes, I know. I know.
So it's the same game. So therefore it should be controller compatible.
CSGO was controller compatible?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They had it on consoles.
When I was playing Counter-Strike, it was like 1.0 or like 1.6 or 1.5 or whatever. Like it was back in the day. It legitimately looked like Game Boy Advance graphics, bro. Like it was ass. And there was no skins. Everybody had the same looking shit. But and I feel like the controls were different, or like maybe they were just like more responsive. There's definitely peeker's advantage in fucking if you swing somebody, like the whole desync thing like you have with Tarkov or probably any first person shooter, like unless you're really running like super computes. I imagine it's much the same. But there's definitely that. There's still definitely cheaters, but like there's either not as many or it's not nearly as noticeable. Because, like, for being pretty new to the game, I still do pretty all right for myself. And it's just fun, dude. It's fun. Everybody's a fucking shitter. It's fun to fucking troll. Like, sometimes you even troll your own team, dude. It's just a good time, dude. It's a good... You should even if you're not playing, you should get in the Discord and hang out while we're playing. Because there are definitely... I stream to Erica, like, every time I fucking... at the end of the match, dude, I would stream it, dude. It's such a good time, dude. We were just having fun. Bobby Boucher is asking, do you have any experience with Delton AR-10s? I do not, but I have some experience with their 5.56 guns, and I have nothing but good things to say. So I would hope the 308s would be just as good, but I don't know that for a fact. So take that for what it's worth. But Delton, I do think, is a very underrated brand. They're definitely budget, entry level, whatever. But in my experience, at least with the 5.56 guns, they're very, very solid options for little money. I would take a Delton over a PSA, even a Saber, any day of the week, dude. Any day of the week. And it's going to be a half or a fucking third of the price. So, M. Gabriel, I bought a cheap generator from Harbor Freight 2 years ago for like $200, and it's been solid so far. Runs the necessities, noisy as fuck, but it works. There you go, dude. We've all spent $200 on worse shit, dog. Is there capital gains tax on game skins? Who are you, the feds, dude? What are you fucking asking fucking questions like that?
Only once the gains are realized.
Yeah. Yeah, if they even realize I'm gaining, dude. You know what I'm saying, dude? There's some sketchy CSGO skin websites you could visit, mostly out of Russia. But like, yeah, no, you could
sell it for Bitcoin. They'll
no,
never
you
know.
could do. Listen, so there's like a whole strat behind it, because even some of the stickers that are in that game that like you could put on your guns are worth like $20,000, $50,000, $100,000. So people will use stickers for the intermediate currency as like trade value, because it's easier and quicker to do that through Steam or Valve or however the fuck it happens in game. And then you can then take that and deposit it to whatever your preferable fucking CS skin selling site is, cash dealer, whatever it is, and sell those instead of having to do money transfers. I probably shouldn't be letting out all the secrets, but I mean, there's ways around. It's kind of based, is why, and that sounds cringe even saying that at this point, but like they've got it figured out, dude. they really, you could make some months, dude. Even it now, it'd be a grind if you never invested anything, you never bought a case, you never fucking opened a case. But like, if you just got the free cases and drops and skins and shit from just playing the game, which everybody gets, and you held on to them, or you sold them like little by little and just kept racking up money on your Steam account, you could take that and then buy other games, buy whatever, or you could sell those skins and get actual cash to your PayPal, your bank account, whatever. Now, I wouldn't hook up my bank account to any of these websites, but if you want to cash at my ass for some skins or something, which that sounds kind of gay, I think, if you really, just given the standard connotation.
Start selling dudes.
Selling skin, dude. Out here selling Counter-Strike skins, dude. Literally the skin of my enemies. But yeah, dude, like it's crazy. Now, at the end of the day, it's all chance and probability. And out of most people,
financial or militant advice,
precisely, do not have the best luck. But like, I do have some decent skins. I pulled a skin the other day. I opened up a $2 box, $2 crate, whatever, and got a $30-something skin. So I made over $30 on the deal, like that. And now, given the next one I open, maybe it's only worth 57 cents, but I'm still ahead. So if you do it right, and if you know what you're doing, there is actually money to be made. Plus, it's just a fun game in general, in my opinion. So you're playing a fun game. You're also getting rewarded financially for playing that game, even if you don't invest anything in it. So it's really not, you would think there's a catch, and there's almost like really not, unless you have no self-control and start gambling with skins. Then that's on you. Then that's on you, dude. But there's whole channels built like on a Pixel or whatever his name is. Like, he's literally a millionaire off buying, selling, and trading CSGO skins. And he'll sit there and open crates that cost $100 just for the crate. and pull a fucking $5,000 knife skin out of it or something. Just multiple times a day. Who knows if it's like streamer loot or whatever the fuck, but like there's dudes getting rich off Counter-Strike skins, and it's crazy. So, intriguing nonetheless. But pretty sure I'm going to Harbor Freight route here too. Only need it about once a year. Yeah, and maintenance is key, dude. So, if you keep it pristine, you keep it stored properly, you change out the fluids when it needs be, and you actually run it once in a while, even if it doesn't need be, just to make sure it still works and to just get it pumping and coercing through its veins, as it were. Yeah, a lot of that shit, dude, yeah, it's fucking cheap China bullshit or whatever, but which, at this rate, it's only going to get more expensive, even though it's cheap China bullshit with all the terrible tariffs. Like, share, comment, subscribe. But yeah, dude, there's fucking a lot of that shit actually works, bro. Like, there have been many of constitutional firearms that we produced with Harbor Freight drill presses. So you can do it.
Collar on a fucking Dremel.
Yeah, that's all you need, dude. Honestly, it's knurled for your pleasure. What? Hard liquor? I'm scrambleized. Now, where's my gin? He's scrambleizing, dude. M. Gabriel, that would be a good $200 or so investment. Just keep a few spark plugs around and running everything. Exactly. Precisely, dude. Dude, I'm going to get you to play Counter-Strike with me one of these days.
Nah, dude.
We got a squad, too. We're about to start playing tournaments, dude, and winning muns. Because that's the other thing, too. I'm not like I'm okay for like the amount of hours I have invested in the game, because I just started playing it like the past few weeks. And I think I picked up on it pretty quick, because I've been playing, like, that's all I basically played growing up. Is first, it started with GoldenEye, of course. I was playing video games before then. Like, I literally played Pong. But yeah, huge Game Boy Pokemon guy for sure. Gotta catch them all. STDs. But Legend of Zelda, Mario. That's what he's fucking catching them, right? That motherfucker got a net. Dude, let me tell you, the World Wide Web, he's fucking catching them in. But
possibly right fucking now.
Literally. Legitimately right fucking now. But yeah, no, dude, it's fucking GoldenEye, dude. Paintball, big head cheats, fucking all that shit. Just such a good time, dude. Playing some LAN GoldenEye with the homies, bro. You ever play LAN GoldenEye with the homies, dude?
No.
You've never played GoldenEye?
No.
I know it was before your time, but you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
No. That's what I'm just fucking with you. We've talked about it multiple times before. You already knew for years now that I've never played GoldenEye.
That's crazy that you've never played GoldenEye, dude. Why would you not just play it now? You can get Gary's mod and just play it on the computes.
Because I have no desire.
It's not the same.
To play it,
it's
dude.
not the same. It's a great game, dude. And it's a great movie, dude. We watched the movie, dude.
I wasn't much a fan. So I ain't watched any of the other ones other than the ones you've made me watch.
How could you not like James Bond movies?
Dude? I don't like movies in general.
I know, you're weird like that. But, like, if you had to watch a movie, dude, what is a movie you would watch? What is a go-to move for you, dude?
There is no go-to move. It's usually an hour of me looking for a movie to watch if I want to watch a movie, and then settling on something that I don't actually give a fuck about. That is relatable. 99.99% of the times when I watch a movie. And I end up, like, after the first 45 minutes or whatever, I'm just looking at my phone the rest of the fucking time and not paying attention to shit.
You've never seen a movie that, like, resonated with you that you're like, yo, that was a good movie, dude.
No.
Goodfellas, Scarface, The Godfather, Heat, Donnie Darko, which is a weird one with all the things I just said. But that's a creepy-ass fucking wabbit, dude. Widowy, a creepy-ass little wabbit. Fucking Donnie Brasco, speaking of Donnies, dude. It's just, like, any Bond film ever, except for maybe the fucking couple of weird ones with the one dude that nobody ever remembers his name, but he was a Bond for like one or two of the films, and like nobody liked him compared to fucking Sean Connery, Robert Moore, or Roger Moore, fucking Pierce Brosnan, Bond supremacy, in my opinion. What's the newest one? The newest Bond guy, Daniel Craig. He's all right, but I don't know. The new Bond films are kind of gay. I like the older ones better. But yeah, it might be a hot take. I mean, Sean Connery for Bond wouldn't be anything without Sean Connery. So like, you got to give he's the GOAT regardless. But after that, dude, I think Pierce Brosnan best Bond ever devised, dude. I might be biased because that was like the time period I grew up watching Bond films, and I've seen all the older ones and then all the newer ones. At least I think I've seen all the newer ones. I don't even know. After I heard they were trying to make James Bond black, I was like, nah, dude. And not even like that, like, in theory, James Bond couldn't be black. It's just like he never was. So why the fuck does he have to be, bro? That's not canon. You're making shit up, dude. That's fucking DEI bullshit. I don't want to hear it.
The only movies that like I'll rewatch is like the Marvel movies.
Marvel movies is
'Cause
crazy,
I'm a
dog.
nerd.
Because those are like the worst movies,
And then
dude.
again, because I'm a nerd, Harry Potter. Oh, Harry Potter series I've watched multiple times over.
Hasn't seen Heat, fucking Scarface, James Bond, fucking Goodfellas, none of this, but he's a Marvel and Harry Pothead guy, dude. You look like a Harry Pothead is the problem.
That's facts.
Somebody should
There's one
fucking
other
keep you
one.
under the stairs, dude.
I was just thinking of
Probably Dorks of the Rings, dude.
no. This is supposed to be my redeeming one, but now I forget. What the?
Daniel
The
Craig
mind's
is good,
gone.
but he's not the best, dude. GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies. What was the third one with Brosnan? What the fuck? I should know this. Diamonds Are Forever. And then wasn't there even a fourth? Then he was in the Skyfall or the Nightfall or something video game. There was all types of shit, but like GoldenEye Supremacy, dude. That might be the
Remember
best
the
Bond
third?
film ever devised. What?
Star Wars.
Star Wars what?
Everything. I've at this point watched every movie
It took
and
you that long.
shows multiple
You're such
times.
a Star Wars fan, got a whole Lego display of all the Star Wars shit. It took you that long to be like, yeah, oh yeah, I also like Star Wars. Convince me harder, dude. Like,
Dude.
what? No, but Star Wars is amazing. But I don't recognize 1 through 3. 3 is the only acceptable one because that's when Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2, probably the gayest Star Wars movies ever devised. And I don't even consider all the ones after that. Like, what are we on now? 7, 8, and 9?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit with an 8 stick. Then all the random offshoot shit, also gay as fuck. But 3 through 6, those are real movies, dude. Those are real movies, dude. Fuck it. I don't want to hear it. Listen, Watto was a Jew, though, and they accurately depicted that. So, but other than that, that's the only good part about that movie. And Darth Maul is kind of cool, but like, nah, dude. Jar Jar Binks is retarded. The fact that, and listen, the only thing that makes me think that any of those movies are slightly acceptable is the not yet proven, but what I think is canon, that he's the Sith Lord the entire time. And it's all a facade, dude, because that would be the epitome of actual government. So that's the only thing I'm banking on. But yeah, other than that, 1 through 3 can fucking take themselves out with the trash like they should, in my opinion. Now, that was your time period. That's when you grew up.
Yeah.
So I understand you being biased towards them.
So the first Star Wars movie I ever watched was Episode 3.
How is that the first one, dude? When the first one was out already.
That was the first one that I had ever seen.
I understand, Scales. But knowing that it was Episode 3, wouldn't you naturally want to perhaps start at Episode 1?
It wasn't my choice to watch it. I was a child. You think I got to make decisions at that point for myself?
I don't know that you do now. I don't know what
Yeah,
the
exactly.
But yeah, dude. Listen, and 3 out of the 3, out of 1 through 3, 3 is the best for sure. But I don't know, because like I've read a lot of the books as a child that were supposedly canon, and I've read a lot of the comics as a child that were supposedly canon. I don't think they truly did it justice. It was very cookie cutter, comparatively speaking, to what, and like they missed the whole part where fucking Luke learns dark side powers and fucking gets married and has the, so like it's like there's a lot of shit missing from like the actual movies. But like 1 and 2, 3, I'll give you 3, but 1 and 2, dude. Little Annie, dude, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Is what I have to say to that, dude, because they're not. That it was not okay with little Annie. And the pod racing, the whole movie's pod racing. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Pod racing. Although I still do have that Lego set. And the fucking listen, I'm a collector, dude. But the fucking it was gay, dude. And then there wasn't even any action, dude, until the end. And then fucking, which thankfully, fucking Liam Neeson's bitch ass, old Qui-Gon, dude. Fucking anti-gun, fucking faggot ass, but every movie he's in other than Star Wars, he's got a fucking gun in his hand. I will find you and I will kill you, or whatever the fuck. Get the fuck out of here, dude. But yeah, dude. What's his face though? I will say, I don't know that maybe you know his name, but Obi-Wan from the 1 through 3, I think he was a good Obi-Wan, dude. I don't know. He's a British guy. I don't know what his name is as far as an actor, but I think I think he was a perfect Obi-Wan. I'll give him that, dude. I will give him that. They did a good Qui-Gon, faggot. Fucking Darth Maul, faggot. He's cool, but then like the fact that like you didn't let him die, and he came back as like a Sith spider person, like shut up, dude. And then the fact that the Clone Wars is canon. Is like I get it, but like who the fuck is going to be up on the lore if you're not a child after school watching the cartoon? It just I don't know.
I don't know. I watched it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, you love the Clone Wars, dude. You're a huge Clone Wars supporter, dude. I thought that shit was gayer than AIDS, dude. Because like they fucked my boy Yoda up, dude. They did not have to do that to Yodes, dude. You know, like you had it. Rogue One was good as Empire. You're out of your fucking mind, M. Gabriel, dude. Darth Maul was ripped off. Ripped off of what? He was supposed to be a Sith Lord. He was a Sith Lord, dude. Or he was the Sith apprentice, but like, either way. You know what I did like, which I never finished, I guess? Because, I mean, obviously Disney and fucking faggotry and wokeness or whatever. But like, The Mandalore, dude. We were watching The Mandalore. That was decent. The last episode I saw was when fucking old fucking NAACP fucking Reverend Al Sharpton Jesse Jackson was cutting his way out of a TIE fighter with the fucking Darksaber. It like crash landed, and then all of a sudden, bzzz, he's cutting himself out with the fucking, which the Mandalorians had. It was like a Jedi Sith thing, and it's an actual lightsaber, but it looks more like a traditional sword, and it's like black with like a white aura. And it was like super rare. It was like the only one, whatever. And they fucking, but he had it. What was it? Moff Gideon or something? What was it?
Yeah.
The fucking.
I
You should know this, dude.
I believe the story was that it was originally a Mandalorian that worked alongside Jedis that manufactured it.
But he was like force sensitive though. Like he was like, but he wasn't a Jedi, but like he was in tune with the force, dude. He was you know?
And then now that Darksaber is supposed to be held. Whoever holds it supposedly is leading the Mandalorians or whatever the hell.
Right.
So, yeah.
Weapons are part of my religion.
Yeah.
He who hath no sword, let him sell his cloak and buy one, dude. That's all I'm going to say.
So I got Grogu with an MP5 on my calf.
He really does, dude. And it's very accurately depicted and beautiful. And I sent it to HK and they actually reposted it. Now, HK probably has me blocked at this point for all the trolling I've been doing on the CC9,
Yeah.
which is fine. That's fine with me. But I'm still going to buy your prods, you fuckers. But the fucking, yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. M. Gabe says, dudes, you like Robot Chicken Star Wars? Robot Chicken Star Wars is fire. Family Guy Star Wars is fire. I will also accept Simpsons Star Wars and South Park Star Wars. They're all fire. Anything Star Wars that's actual Star Wars is fire. And then, like, the spoof shit is funny. But, like, the Disney Star Wars is fucking transgender, dude. Like, it's not, I don't know what other way to put it. It's fucking disgusting. So, it's not Star Wars, dude. Hashtag not my Star Wars, dude. I'm a protest about it. Ewan McGregor, that's right. That was Obi-Wan Kenobi, dude. Jar Jar, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what supposedly was canon, is Jar Jar was a Sith Lord the whole time, playing both sides for fools, dude. They would have never expected it, dude. And it makes sense because if you actually look at it, he's got the yellow eyes, and then they're like cat eye slits or whatever the fuck. Like it changes. He's got the fucking dark robe with the hood. I don't know that they did that accidentally, is what I'm saying. But they left it open-ended, bro. I don't know, though. I don't know. Trigicon religion is part of our... Exactly, dude. Every set of Trigicon sites or Trigicon optics has a Bible verse on it, dude. Mostly dealing with, like, light, because of obviously illuminated tritium night sites, fiber optics, reticles that are battery powered, like illumination, all that. But yeah, every set of sites, if you look on your Trigicon HDs or your fucking whatever the fuck, or your ACOGs or your fucking MROs or your RMRs, they all have Bible verses stamped on them. And that was mostly done too. On top of that, not only are they a Christian company with good, strong moral values, but it was also, in theory, by like ISIS, Taliban, Muslim, extremist religion, they are not allowed to touch anything with any other scripture on it. So in theory, all of our military weapons have some form of Trigicon something on them. So if they pick up by their doctrine, if they touch something of another religion's scripture, they go to hell. So it's kind of like a fuck you to the enemy, because if they use our weapons against us, in theory, per their bullshit religion, they go to hell because of it. So that's super based, in my opinion. Shout out to Trigicon. Y'all are taking a foreign language to me. Y'all are talking a foreign language to me right now. I've never watched a single minute of Star Wars. Is crazy, my guy. Not watching a single minute of Star Wars ever is crazy. Don't tell me you're a Trekkie, dude, right? Don't tell me you're one of those guys, dude. Dr. Spock in this bitch, dude. Don't let me find out your ass is a Trekkie, dude. Because that's always it, dude. You're either a Star Wars guy or a Star Trek guy. And, like, Star Wars supremacy any day of the week, dude. 365 days out the year, bro. Is what I'm saying. I don't know if I've ever seen a full episode of Star Trek. I know it's a cult classic. I know everybody loves it. And I have respect where respect is due. But nah, dude. Star Wars supreme, dude. Any day of the week. Not a Trekkie either. Just was never into that genre, really. Oh, what are you, better than us? What are we, a bunch of nerds to you, dude? What, were you too busy hunting and fishing to fucking watch galactic empires battle each other with lasers? Come on now. Get real.
all of these movies that I've watched are almost entirely as an adult.
See, but this, well, I mean, you definitely
spent my childhood outside.
Well, you definitely, yeah, so did I. But I also had a normal family household where you perhaps did not. So I understand that you might have not had family movie night or some shit. So I get that. But, like, yeah, dude. Watching, yeah, you spend your night all day, or your day all outside doing all types of shit, even staying out past the streetlights coming on. But you still come home and watch a movie after supper, dude. What are you talking about?
No, I didn't.
That was the American dream, dude.
99.99% of the time I
Your
didn't
ass
come
was
home.
back.
What do
You were
mean?
dumpster diving behind the 7-Eleven trying to get used Slurpees, dude. I don't want to fucking hear it, dude. Who the fuck's dumpster diving for used Slurpees these days, dude?
I used to cosplay as a homeless person, sleeping in the park and shit.
Hell yeah. If you get the right angle in the tunnel, dude, you'd be all right, dude. You don't get the, you know, you got to watch out for the rainfall, dude. Everything I don't like is, what? This is, I don't know what the fuck. Everything I don't like is just like the Nazis. A book for basic dickheads. This engine is a Nazi. I don't even know what this means, dude. Or if you're trying to tell me you're pro or anti-Nazis, dude. Because if you're anti-Nazis, dude.
Look at it as it's the liberals that call everything a Nazi just because they disagree.
I know, but so do the Repubs.
That's true.
They're all a bunch of fucking Zionists. Again, left wing, right wing, same bird, dude. I got fucking tungsten heavy shot, dude. $40 a box, dude. But yeah. Wind Model says he's totally better than all of us. We're a bunch of nerd faggots, and like he hates us now because like we never touch grass, is what he said.
Although, kid, I was in the same boat as he was.
Nah. Your ass was in the outside Aldi's boat, dude, with a quarter.
Nah, dude, I was in the fucking John boat that me and Logan pulled out
John,
the bottom of
you
the
don't
quarry.
even know somebody named John, dude. And also,
then plugged the drain, the fucking drain hole with a water bottle and electrical tape.
You ever jump off that bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's sketchy in the one part.
Never again.
No, because it's shallow everywhere but the one spot.
Exactly.
Everywhere but
by 6
you have to pencil dive
spot.
Precisely into the
even
one.
worse. Still, in that one spot, I landed in that one spot.
There's a million fishing hooks in there.
I fell. I ended up having to jump over my buddies because they said I wasn't going to jump. I was too much of a pussy, which is what got me to jump because I live off spite, right?
Yes.
And when
if
I jumped over
Skills
him,
to do anything, just tell him he won't do it.
Just the one like started to stand up because he heard me like get a running start, right? And so I ended up clipping his fucking shoulder with my foot. That sent me spitting and landed flat on my back on top of the water. After landing flat on my back,
at least
the wind knocked out of me.
A little bit.
I still hit the bottom. I still hit the rock
only like
bottom.
2 feet down.
It's like it was like 8-9 feet, but like
no, you weren't. It wasn't the same spot. That it's off to the right. You get to the cliff, and you can look over, and like the pond kind of goes like this, and then it circles back around, and it's off to the right. There's literally, I'd like to go deep and see what the fuck is in there, dude, because that's almost like I feel like we might find the Meg. No, you have not dove in all the way down and seen if there was little cavernous holes you could venture off into, dude. But like, I think there might be, because it's very weird that I don't know what I imagine the regular fucking center of the pond is like 10, 12 feet. But that one side to the right where it goes straight down. And if you miss that jumping off that fucking, what is that? 30, 35 feet?
I'd say it's closer to 50, but
no.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was inebriated, but the fucking either way, if you don't hit it square in the center, dude, you probably will break your legs or your neck.
Yeah, because if you don't hit it square in the center, because I spent a lot of time just swimming in those fucking quarries, right, instead of just jumping.
That explains a lot.
But if you go, like I said, there's about a 6 foot by 6 foot section that you can fucking land safely into, and that's safely into.
Yeah,
but if you go,
it's still
like,
up to
that's
up
right?
to God at that point.
This area all throughout here, within 2 feet of that 6 foot section, drops down to about 3 foot in depth, and that just goes to like, that's it. You're fucked, right? You have a little bit, maybe about 2-3 foot of space here where it stays deep off to the corner that way. But then if you go this way of where the safe spot is, right here, the giant block of concrete. And in that concrete is a fucking octopus of rebar sticking straight upwards. You will impale yourself on. And it is not a good time.
Yeah. But
cut myself on
If
that
you
rebar so many times.
if you live to tell the story, it's pretty all right.
Yeah.
But it's
As long
kind of
as-
like a one and done thing.
yeah.
You either do it or you die, and if you do it once, you're never doing it again.
Yeah. I knew people that did that regularly. When I was there, one guy did it like 15 times.
Listen,
He wanted to die.
Godspeed. Yeah. He's got a greater purpose in life, apparently. But it's like the dude. What's the dude that fucking shot himself and got bit by a poisonous tarantula or something? They're venomous, not poisonous.
The scorpion.
Right. Whatever it is.
Yeah. He was trying to get rid of himself, but apparently he wasn't able to die that day. That he got hit with he got twice stung by African fat tail scorpions, which are like the deadliest scorpion on earth. He had them as pets, right? He hit him twice. And that didn't work, so then he got back home from the hospital. They took him to the hospital, they saved his life, whatever. Gets back home and he puts a 9 to his chest and pops it. And still somehow they get him to the fucking hospital, bring him back, and he's fucking fine and living, Then he quit the drinking and got sober and happy again. So
does that guy still walk amongst us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the scary part about it all.
Fucking dude's still kicking and just
Speaking of which, fucking old dude from the shop came in the other day. Not the other day, it was like a couple weeks ago. And I forget his name, but the black dude that you knew. That I think was building ATI fucking Scorpion or ATI plastic Omni hybrid ARs or something.
Oh, yeah. What was that guy's name? Fucking.
He's got a son. He's pretty cool. No, he's cool.
Something with an M.
Well, don't dox him or whatever. But like, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it was the same dude. But he's got a son. But like, he doesn't seem like he's that old.
Yeah.
But he takes his kids shooting with him or whatever. And
that's the guy I had to teach him how to take his Glock apart.
Yeah.
They'd had for like 9 years.
All 4 pieces.
And carried it as the carry duty weapon as an armed security.
Top flight security of the world, correct? But it's not security, dude. It's security.
Yeah.
Security. I do security. That's what they tell us when we write them up, dude. It's either warehouse or security.
Yeah.
I got to get this G2 Caesars for my security job.
But that's before I even... Actually, that might have been the first Glock I ever put my hands on. And I was able to take it apart and get it disassembled for him. And he had owned it for like 7 years or something.
It's a simple concept when you really break it down. Literally and metaphorically speaking. But, yeah, no, shout out to that dude. I wish I knew his name. I wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
For privacy reasons. But I wish I knew it too, because like that's the thing, dude.
Marvin or some shit.
You know what? That sounds about right. Yeah. But the fucking
something like that.
Super cool dude. All the best to him. But like building out ATI Omni lowers and then also not knowing how to do it.
I did not show him how to do it. I don't know if he ever actually built that thing.
Right.
So I told him don't.
He probably did, dude. You know he did, dude. But shout out to him. Super cool dude. Super down to earth. Bringing his kid in, shooting, teaching him. Fucking, that's awesome, dude. All the respect in the world. But, like, I feel so bad, too, because, like, I work in a shop that's relatively popular because of how cool it is to be there. And I deal with a lot of people.
I found it.
And okay, doxing people. But the fucking
first name.
Yeah. Well, listen, how many black dudes do you know named Melvin?
If I knew anybody named Melvin, he's fucking black. So what do you mean?
No, that is true. No, you got it. I was thinking Minkus, dude, from A Boy Meets World, head ass boy. But no, that is funny.
The last thing I sent him, because this is after I told him that I'm not putting his.
Send me a picture of this dude on Instagram so I know it.
That.
Yeah, no.
That was the last picture I sent his ass.
For real, that's your standard issue mil spec. Fucking.
I told him that's why I'm not putting your shit together.
Yeah, for his own safety, dude. It was a 320 of its day, but. Send me a picture of this dude, so because it might be a different dude, but he 100% knows. You could look him up on the Spacebooks, dude. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's the guy. But he's like he seems like, I don't know how old he is. He's probably like mid to late 30s. But like he doesn't look super old. But like he was super cool, and I hadn't seen him in a while, and I didn't even, not to sound racist, but I didn't fucking recognize him at first. And he's like, "Yo, what's up, dude?" And he was like, it sounded like he knew me, and then I saw him, and I was like, "I do know you, but I don't know from where." And he's like, "Yo, I'm Scales guy, from the." I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, what's up?" And like, it's nothing personal, dude. If you ever come into the shop and like I don't know your name, or like I don't, like, it's nothing personal, dude. I deal with a lot of people, bro. And a lot of people, not to fucking stroke my own tiny penis, but like I have a lot of regulars that will only deal with me or like to deal with me. And some of them are like regulars where like they're in there on a regular basis, but that regular basis might be once a month or once every other month or whatever. And so like you might be coming in there consistently, but not enough to where like, because dude, in the grand scheme of things, I deal with so many people. I write so many people up. I get so many people on and off the range. And I'm a personable dude. Like I can sit there and crack jokes or, whatever, talk about guns for hours with anybody or whatever it is. So I tend to collect the regulars. And you're the only one I've ever called a chicken fucker, though, because I knew it when I saw it. But
You gotta be one to know one.
that's what I'm saying. But mine were plastic, at least. They were rubber, dude. Fucking, I got them at the carnival. Your ass is out here fucking. But speaking of which, dude, Wind Model wants to know how the turkey's doing, which maybe we don't at this point. You know what I'm saying?
It's
That's
doing
a
all
chicken.
right. Growing. Growing pretty quick too.
So this is the thing, dude, because everybody, when you think of a Turk, dude, you think of big fucking swole ass Turk, dude, with the. It was a super good turkey impression, dude. Fucking. Bear in mind, I have video proof that I'm the turkey whisperer. Okay, and nobody could take that from me. I literally can talk to Turks, dude. But fuck ISIS. But also fuck the U.S. government for funding them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like everybody thinks of like some big fucking GMO fucking butterball Turk, and like obviously they look even better with, or bigger and better with all their feathers and shit.
Mm.
But like how we have wild Turks on the prop. I have seen wild Turks. I've called in wild Turks. I've never shot at a wild Turk, but like I definitely would. But like the wild Turks don't seem like they get nearly as big as farm-fed GMO Turks, obviously. But like, what if you have a Turk as a pet? It's not a wild Turk, but you're also not injecting it with GMOs every day. So like, what does that look like?
Still probably gonna be a big ass Turk.
Why would that be?
Just because it's a lazy Turk that's gonna get fed regularly.
Well, right, but I mean, in theory,
Plus, it's bred and line
Turks
bred for size and
Turks are a
everything.
lot
and
smarter than you
captivity.
give them credit for, dude.
What do you think? The dude's gonna build a treadmill? Keep the weight off?
I'm just saying. Just
Like,
saying. Maybe you
what
take
do
them
you
on a
mean?
walk once in a while. God forbid. You know. Speaking of which, what's the Golden's name?
Scarlet.
You don't even know is crazy, my guy.
I got too many fucking dogs in this house.
You got dogs, goats, cats, fucking frogs, fucking turkeys. You got fucking, what else you got?
Fucking
Lizards, snakes. The fuck else you
all
got? You got
kinds of
some other
shit. You
shit.
got
You
a
got
millipede
motherfucking
over here.
where?
It
My
showed it
guy.
like 2 streams ago, dude.
Oh yeah, but it was a little guy though. That was a little guy.
Yeah.
That's not, when I think of a millipede, dude, it's one of them
You
big
think of a
fucking
centipede.
right.
We've been over this.
We have been over this. But a millipede sounds bigger though. It sounds, because cent is 100
Yeah.
and mill is 1,000. So like you think the millipede would be longer, but they're just tinier with way more legs. But the centipedes, the big centipedes, dude, are crazy. Like that, I honestly, It's giving me the heebie-jeebs just even talking about it. But imagine you wake up and one of those is just crawling around in your bed, dude. I would burn the fucking house down. I would there's
I'd
no
just step on it.
no.
No.
What do you mean step out? It's still, even if you cut it in half that shit is still bigger than your face, dude.
If you crush the entire thing, it's dead.
Yeah, but that's kind of gross, dude. I don't want to fucking fuck that. I'm grabbing the 12 gauge, dude. And the least bit, it's the Benelli M4 is coming out, and I'm fucking blasting that bitch with some fucking S&P 12 pellet, dude. Fuck that. Fuck that, dude. I don't understand you lizard people types where you just let big ass nasty fucking poisonous bugs crawl all over you all the time. Like, that's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy. Like, even if you weren't like grossed out about it, which I can understand, maybe I'm just a puss, dude, but like, fuck that regardless. The fact that that shit bites or stings you and you die is crazy, bro. Like, I get it. Oh, we're living on the edge. But like, I've done some dumb shit in my day, but just touching those things for no reason is crazy, in my opinion. You love touching the peds, dude. It's a crazy sounding sentence. It's a crazy sound. That sentence sounds crazy as fuck. But it's also accurate at the same time. So where the fuck do they do that at?
I think that's what they do in prison. It's
Right.
fucking...
But like, in which way, though? We don't even know. It's a giving or receiving kind of thing.
Fuck.
Yeah. But either way, on that note, I'm going to retire for the evening. I have to use the little girl's room and poop my fucking face off. I've been holding it for like the past fucking 37 minutes at least. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, we are able to stream next week, standard time, 8:30 Central Standard, on my channel, the YouTube fucking we don't even know. Don't even show up, dude, at this point. But the fucking not you. You have to suffer through this. You have to be here. But that's what I pay you for.
Still trying to find this motherfucker on Facebook or something.
What? Melvin?
Yeah.
That is a very like typically black name, dude.
Yeah,
I've never. It sounds very white, but now that you said it, I've never fucking seen a white person named Melvin in my life, other than maybe on TV.
Yeah.
And even then, they're typically still black.
Yeah.
But either way, 8:30 Central Standard Time on the Terribly Tactical channel every Sunday. Hopefully, we are back and able to stream by then. If not, we will be here or on Twitch or anywhere else we can be. Fuck around, go live on Rumble if need be. Although I don't even know if I can do that. I have a Chan, but I don't. Either way. Make sure you're living as constitutionally as you feel comfortable always. And don't ever forget that freedom is not free. And once in a while, motherfuckers, you got to chip in on the tab.